Good morning and welcome to Paddock Pass Live, powered by Repco. We are here from beautiful North Queensland in Townsville for the NTI Townsville Supersprint. I'm Rihanna Crean, joined by Andrew Jones. Andy, we've lost the sun, we've gathered some cloud. The wind is still here, but it's great to be racing in Townsville.
You are selling the dream though. You called it beautiful North Queensland and I'm sitting here looking at you going, it's overcast. I'm in shorts and t-shirt and I'm absolutely freezing this morning. It does not feel like a typical Townsville Sunday morning.
The tagline up this end of the world is Townsville shines. It's not quite shining this morning, but it's awesome to be in Townsville. It is a beautiful part of Australia. We have supercars on track. We've got some support categories. We've got fans on the hill. What is not to love?
Well, this cloud cover, to be honest, you asked me this morning, is there any chance of rain? Because it's quite dark. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but it does feel like it's got a bit of rain in the cloud. So we've checked the radar and the radar doesn't look like there's anything around us. About 200 odd Ks north, there's a little bit of scattered shower. So hopefully we won't see any of that today and it'll be dry throughout the afternoon. It's
been a pretty big weekend so far of supercars. A really intense day on track yesterday. Lots of carnage, lots to talk about, lots of storylines. It all started in qualifying when Scott McLaughlin did not make the top 10 shootout, qualified in P16. That was a huge day of high drama for him with that little mistake in qualifying, sort of unaccustomed for him to make a mistake there. But Jamie Whincup, he took the Armour All pole, his 88th career pole position, went on to take the victory. Of course, Cameron Waters in second and Chaz Mostert in third position. But I think the story of the day was just the huge amount of damage that went on all the way up and down pit lane.
And I don't think you can take anything away from Jamie Whincup. Yeah, Scotty McLaughlin had a bit of a mistake, or he made a mistake, but for me, I feel like that was forced off the back of the speed that Jamie shows here year on year. And he is undoubtedly the king of this place here. So, you know, that's what put the pressure on to Scotty. We haven't seen him under pressure in qualifying for a long, long time. And that mistake for me came off the back of Jamie's speed, and deservedly he got the pole and he was able to convert that into a race win. But you're right, the damage that we saw here in the race, let's go for a wander, was, you know, we haven't seen that so much. We saw a little bit in Darwin, particularly in with these guys here in at Brad Jones Racing. It felt like a bit of history repeating, so to speak. The Saturday of the first round of Darwin, we saw 3 BJR cars with massive amount of damage. In fact, Nick Percat's wasn't a huge amount of damage out of that incident, but he had an engine problem and that's what ultimately retired that car. Beside him in the Black Duck entry though, Todd Hazelwood, a lot of damage to the left rear. He was caught up in that incident that we just saw footage of down on the run at turn 2.
It was a really horrible day for Brad Jones Racing for all of their cars. Obviously, you just spoke of Nick Percat, that incident there with his engine. Todd Hazelwood out, Macaulay Jones out, Jack Smith, he has an issue with his in pit lane. So just a really tough day for them. They'll be looking to bounce back in a big way today. Walkinshaw, Andretti United, obviously we said Chaz Mostert, he was on the podium. Bryce Fullwood, really awesome day for him. He was featured into the top 10 shootout, so really great result for that team. Andrew, who have you spotted in the garage?
It was a really, really good result in here. This bloke here, he's a catalyst for him. We'll leave him alone because he's always a bit camera shy. But I am going to bomb in here and I'm going to grab my mate Bruce Stewart.
Hey Andrew.
Bruce, I just want to, I came looking for you last night because your excitement levels in here when it looked like you were going to get some silverware was pretty high. You were bouncing up and down at one point. How much does it mean to you guys?
Well, you know what? All of the guys have been travelling for so long, families at home, and you know, you just need a little bit of silverware to help you keep the momentum going. So third was good. We want to get more. We want to get, you know, further up the podium, but you know what? A little bit of reward. We're wrapped for our guys, for their families who are all watching at home, and you know what? That was probably why I was a little bit bubbling over, Andrew.
You certainly were, and look, you sound like you're downplaying it a little bit today. Mate, you've been known to have some fancy footwork on the dance floor. Can you repeat the bouncing move that you were doing yesterday for us?
I'll leave that for our own video, mate.
It was very energetic.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Thanks for chatting with us, mate, and well done yesterday, Bruce. Great to see a little bit of success here within Walkinshaw. Thanks, mate. Always a good sport.
And you can see we've got Adam Bailey in the back of the shot there. The boys from AME, they're actually doing some behind-the-scenes footage and filming of the Walkinshaw Andretti United team. They're filming a show, I believe it's called The Journey, so you can catch that on Fox and Inside Line as well. So that's some pretty cool shots that the boys are collecting over the season this year, and yeah, so they do some amazing work, those fellas at AME.
They certainly do. Something along the lines of Erebus inside line from what we saw. Something you don't see all the time. Garage doors down. There is a rule that they've got to be up, but it's so windy here at the moment. It's like trying to work in a wind tunnel. So the guys at Erebus at the moment, they've got theirs down, and everybody else will have them down a little bit later once the support categories come out. James Courtney's got a fair bit of pace going on inside that car. Another strong result for him yesterday.
Yeah, he had a fair bit of pep in his step towards the end of the race yesterday. Did a late tyre stop, and he had a good run on his tyres. We might just quickly pop in and say good day to Jack LeBrock. He's just doing a little bit of helmet polishing this morning. Jack, how are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, good. Yeah, we saved plenty of tyres yesterday, so hopefully we don't tear a front up right out of it like we did yesterday, and yeah, we should have a good day.
What's happening over there with your helmet? Just getting it a bit of a tidy up?
Yeah, just a bit of a clean. Just putting on the lighter visor just so I can actually see. It's very cloudy today, so I don't know where the sun's gone. It's meant to be the sunny state up here, but apparently not today. But yeah, it's all right.
Andy and I were just having a conversation about the weather and about the cloud. It is quite dark. How much does the visor affect that, the vision in the car?
Yeah, it was just like wearing your sunnies really around. So yeah, in a day like today, you don't really have to wear sunnies. So I suppose it's the same thing. You just try and brighten everything up so you can just see all the little bits and pieces, imperfections on the road, and yeah, don't know if it's going to help, but we'll see anyway.
Give us a sense of how the body is feeling. We're now into week 3 of 4 weeks straight of supercar racing. Sunday morning, how are you feeling just health-wise, body-wise, physically? How are you pulling up?
Yeah, I'm actually really good. I'm surprised. I feel more sorry for the guys that are working on the cars and doing all that sort of stuff. They're putting in massive hours during the week to prep these cars. So yeah, for them, it's I'm sure they're feeling it. So for us, we'll just get through the day and have a nice swim in the ice bath afterwards.
Perfect. Jack, we'll let you go there. Continue on with the work that you need to do to get yourself prepared.
Sunday morning, what are you going to have for breakfast? A little bit of bacon and eggs down here on the data station. So the guys in here at Tickford look like they're ready to go. We might let's go back this way. We'll traverse out that way. Yeah, let's go for a wander. Let's
Andy,
make this interactive.
We could have done a limbo competition, Andy. Who was going to win out of that one?
I think it would be a pretty even fight. Dave Couchy, a couple of running tune-ups going on there out of the Wing Cup thing. So
that guy looks familiar, Andy.
Even though he was fast yesterday, they're still trying to get speed out of that car. Let's go for a wander in here and see who we can't find. They've got doors open.
Just pick up things along the way. We've got support categories on track at the moment. Andy, I actually just wanted to throw out a question to some of the viewers on Facebook. There is a category this weekend called Super Sprinters. There's also a category called Townsville Tin Tops. Andy, Townsville Tin Tops, you can basically race anything you want if it's got a roof, I believe. What are you racing if you can?
Well, I don't know about in the Townsville Tin Tops, but this one here's got me all over it. This is the Super Sprinters. We've seen Paul Morris and Roland Dane run out a couple of cars. It's a local category. I saw a Hillman Imp at the Wreckers the other day, and I might go and bang that thing out there and see if we can't run it around later this afternoon.
People on Facebook, we want you to write in. We want to know what you are racing. If you could enter into the Super Sprinters or the Tin Tops, throw out your suggestions. We want to know. It's basically what you can drive to the track and you can enter, essentially.
Sure, and I'll fire the same question to you. What are you going to have a run around in, Bree?
Look, I've got a few friends I'm going to go Subaru Impreza.
There we go. We're answering all the massive questions here today on Paddock Pass Live, powered by Repco. Tune in to Fox 506 today for all the supercars action.